Hi, my name's Casey and I coach business owners to achieve epic business growth. And let's talk about procrastination. Procrastination has been part of my life. And so I've done a lot of work on this one. So I'd like to talk to you about it and what it is that I went through, what it is I came up with, what I was shown, and what I've put into place, and what are the reasons why I went into procrastination. To help you, and hopefully you can get something out of this to get yourself moving fast. Why is this important? Well, procrastination kills what could be. It puts it off. So it's not a good thing to do, particularly when you're gifted into this world to make a change in this world through your business. That's what it is. That's the reality of who you are. And to be a change maker on this planet is to be able to take action. So when you have procrastination that comes up in your life, you need to go within to find out what the hell is going on. That's what I had to do. There was a point in time in my life when I just realized my life is not working, and I need to work out how this is. I need to work out what the hell is going on. So I took a real deep dive into who I am, what I'm here to do, and how it is I need to do it. And part of that process was discovering and identifying that I do a lot of procrastination. And so there's things that I needed to, I'll just go through a bit of a list. I don't have numbers on this. I'm just riffing this like I always do for these videos. But let me take you through some of the things that I needed to go through. Ultimately, the biggest thing for me, was the reason why I procrastinate is because I had this massive fear about what people would think of me. So doing videos, oh my God, I've done a lot of videos over 25 years. I just fucking hated doing them. I got myself to do them by just tuning out and just making sure I did it. But I was never comfortable in doing it. I am now. Today I am. I actually love doing it because I'm fully expressing who I am. Whereas when in the past I wasn't fully expressing who I am and what I thought and how I did things because I was always guarded. I was always worried about what people would think. So I was always protective. So I wasn't fully expressive. So if I needed to do videos, and I do because that's my gift is my speech and how I talk about things, and I know that if I can just talk, then I'm going to get business, but I'm also going to change people's lives. So that's great, and I love doing it with my clients, but I just didn't like doing videos and putting it out, and because I was worried about what people would think of me. So what I did from that was then I found out that the root cause of that was I didn't fully love and accept myself for who I am. That was the major thing on why I procrastinated. And then I connected more to self, and I connected more to source. I've always been able to do that, but I was never fully accepting of myself and never fully loving myself because of those things. And from an ancestral conditioning point of view, that was fair enough, because people that have what I have, which is this ability to sense things and this ability to tap into wisdom and bring it through and talk it, we got killed for this sort of stuff back in the day. So for me to fully express who I was and fully express my opinions, I didn't want to do it. So I had to heal the part in myself to get to the point where I could fully love and accept myself. And I will tell you now, that process took me 6 fucking years. That's a long ass time in business. And it's deep for me, you know. It's really, really changed my life. And I want to change yours. That's what I'm about. I'm a pioneer. I start things. I was one of the first business coaches in the world in 1996, and a legit business coach, not someone that consulted and then consulted for 5 years or something and then said, oh no, I was coaching. No, I was actually coaching from May 1996. And I didn't fully go for it in those days because I was scared of what people would think about me. And I would always do enough to be comfortable, but I never did enough to clear that, to really clear, to really make my leaps and bounds. And so this thing about procrastination is real. It robs you of who you should be, or who you could be. It robs you of what you could have and should have. It robs you of the things, well, it robs you of your potential. And you know what? It's just all in here. That's all it is. It's just all in here. So if you're watching this and you've got this far, how do you get into your procrastination and how do you solve this? Well, it's really, really important to go within. You need to start working on yourself more than you work on your business, and more than you work on your sport, and more than you work on anything, and make it an absolute must. Because there's going to be some things that are going to come up for you where that is stopping you and it is sending you into procrastination. So here's some things that I did. By the way, if you're a business owner, come and work with me. I'll get you. I'll collapse that time like that, because I've had 6 years. I could gift it to you in probably 6 minutes. In some of my processes, I have clients coming to me that have procrastinated on things for like 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, and within hours or within days, they've got those tasks done because they've cleaned up themselves, because of the stuff and the work and just the contact that we have as a client and coach. So let me give you some things to do. The first thing you want to do with the thing that happens with us, or the thing that happens with me, and perhaps you as a procrastinator, is that there's stuff that you get distracted with, or there's stuff that you go into doing rather than actually doing the action. And so what you want to do is clean up your office. Get rid of stuff you don't need. Just get rid of it. You don't need it. And if that's bringing up pain or discomfort for you, you've got to go into that and find out what that is all about. It's what I do with my coach. It's what I had to do. It's what I do with my coaches as well. A bit too long for this, but essentially you need to go in, be with that emotion, identify the emotion, name the emotion, be with it, and then get the seed. Get the seed that's in there. What's the seed? In any heartbreak, in any breakdown, in any trauma, there's going to be a seed of equal or greater opportunity. It's just a famous quote out there. But the seed's only this big. So you need to be able to go into that awkward feeling that you have and get the seed, what you need to learn out of that, what you need to be grateful for. So ultimately, what ends up happening is you identify all those things that have contributed to you becoming a procrastinator. And then you draw the wisdom from those occurrences, but then you apply gratitude to all of those occurrences. So when something comes up, when you would normally procrastinate, you've got gratitude. And gratitude is the door, it's a bridge to positivity and action. So you recode how you're wired. I call it changing DNA. That's my purpose in this world, is to change people's DNAs. So you change what happens for your children and your children's children and future generations. That's what I do. So procrastination, go through each room in your business, go through each room in your house, and go through your mind and get rid of, exclude, choose to exclude all the stuff that you don't need in your mind. So for me, I just stopped watching TV. I stopped reading books. The reason why I stopped reading books is because it's a knowledge pursuit a lot of the time, but I can't read a book. It just overdoes my mind. It's overwhelming for me at this stage. That might change, but it's been overwhelming for me for probably the last decade or so. Why? Because I only need a snippet. I just need a snippet of things, and what that does with me is that creates so much depth. I just get so much wisdom from this one little clippet of thing, and it's just so overbearing for me, and that's all I need. And I can stay in that one thing for a long period of time and just draw the wisdom out of it. I'm not good at taking a lot of stuff. I'm not advanced enough to take a lot of things and draw the wisdom out of all of that. As I'm speaking now, hopefully I can get to that point. But what I've done is limit things. Simplify things. So there's a couple of movies that my wife and I watched, which is How to Live Happy, The Minimalist. Oh, not The Minimalist. That's a TV show. I think it's called Essentialism, and there's another one called, I can't remember. It's on Netflix, but it's about these two guys, and they cut out things in their life, and so you only want the essential things. So what that's about, see, people that procrastinate tend to hang on to things. They tend to hang on, like a hoarder, tend to hang on to things, and so things are messy. And when you're disorganized within, you're disorganized without. So your life is disorganized, you're going to be disorganized yourself. When you get organized, that shows that you're prepared to take action. So someone that's messy and things like that, usually they're not organized enough to take action, so they get distracted in trying to organize and clean things up when they should be taking action. So take away the things that you get distracted by, and then all you can do is take action. That's a good in concept, but the overall thing for me was fully loving and accepting who I am in all my crazy ways. Completely loving and accepting it, and that took me 6 years. So for you, there's going to be something inside you, there's going to be some sort of trauma, some sort of pain points, some sort of fears that you don't want to go near. You need to go near them. That's where the greatness is. That's where your genius is. When you go to genius, you become the person you need to become to achieve the genius vision that you've got. If you haven't watched my videos before, basically, talent hits targets other people can't, whereas genius hits targets other people can't see. The vision that you have for yourself and for your business, no one else can see that. They don't believe it, they don't get it. That's why you haven't been able to talk and convince people of it. And it's not your duty to convince them. Your duty is to convince yourself, because that vision that you have for your business is your genius. And where you are now, your role is to become the person that can achieve that genius target. And in becoming that person, you become the genius that hits the genius target. And to become the genius, you've got to go into that trauma and into that pain and into that doubt and into that fear to get the seeds out. The tiny little seeds that become mighty oaks and mighty trees. Those seeds of genius is what you need to get, and you go into the fear to do it. But when you go into that fear with gratitude and with purpose to find the seeds, you can calm your body and calm your mind. And in doing that, you will transcend yourself and take you to places that you could never imagine. That's what I've done. That's what I do for my clients. And I'm so proud that I'm sharing this story, because this is the stuff that I never used to share in the past because of what people think of me. But this is the stuff that will transform your life and transcend your life. I'm grateful that you're listening to it. God bless you. Not that I'm religious, but that just came to me. And I wish you luck, and I wish you greatness, because there is genius within you. And you just got to find the seeds. And that's what's going to stop you from procrastinating, and you go into action, and your life will be just joy, because you're here to do what you're here to do. But part of your journey in this life is to heal the trauma, the doubts and the fear. You've all probably heard that, everything you want is on the other side of fear, because the fear is where the fix is. And when you're brave enough to do that, you're going to transcend your life. And then what you'll do from there is transcend your children's and your children's life, and whoever that you're around's life, because you've become it. And when you become it, other people become it. That's part of my role as a pioneer, is to pioneer and to take the arrows, to live in the doubt, to live in the fear, to do what other people, to be in discomfort. That's just my role, is to go and find those places and make sense of it, and then bring other people through. So I'm looking forward to bringing you through too. Thanks for listening. My name's Casey. We'll talk again soon.